What a perfect way to spend a beautiful spring day in some of Niagara on the Lake's most undiscovered gardens. I'm here today getting a sneak peek of the Shaw Garden Tour.
The Shaw Garden Tour will be on June 8th from 10 to 4. There's 8 gardens. They're magnificent gardens, and it's a walking tour, and within the gardens there are 5 historic houses.
Who is the event run by?
The event is run by the Shaw Guild. That's a group of 400 volunteers, and within that the garden tour itself is run by 120 volunteers.
187 Queen Street is the location of one of the gardens that will be featured on this year's tour. Peggy Bell is a Shaw Guild volunteer who will be showing off this garden to up to 1,000 visitors.
This particular garden is very, very interesting. It's very unique. It's broken down into almost like rooms. Presently we're in the dining area. There's also a vineyard, and if one can imagine drinking wine from your own vineyard on your property. There's a secluded swimming pool. There's a fire pit area, and there's several other areas to relax and enjoy in this particular garden. And plus the maturity of the trees and the plantings make it all, I think, a rather special garden. We have actually, I think, 4 homes on main Queen Street here, which are participating in the tour this year. One of them is like 3 acres. It has its own tennis courts. It has a grotto pool, statuary, very impressive. And yet we have another garden that's relatively new, though it looks mature. And it's a very small garden, and it allows someone visiting the gardens to realize one does not need a lot of property to create a beautiful garden setting. So I think there's a little something there for everybody.
The garden tour has been a huge success in the past, thanks to the cooperation of property owners and the support of the general public.
I was part of the original committee, and we were looking for a new fundraiser that we could follow through on a yearly basis. And the idea of the secret gardens of Niagara, which most people never get to view, came up as a possibility, and it has just taken off and has been a great success since then.
The tour does more than uncover the secret gardens of Niagara on the Lake. It also serves as the largest fundraising event for the Shaw Guild.
The money that's made goes into the Shaw Endowment Fund, and that money goes to the Shaw Theatre, and they use it for training actors and for activities related to the Shaw.
How are the property owners approached when it comes to becoming involved in showing off their property?
There's a whole lot of different ways. Sometimes we just knock on doors, sometimes it's by word of mouth, sometimes we talk to local gardeners, and we really just go and approach the owner and ask them if they'd be interested, and that's how they sign up.
Do you find that they're very open to becoming involved?
Most of the time, yes. It's a lot of work for them, so we really, really appreciate their involvement. And they work extremely hard at it, and yes, once they say they're going to be involved, they are really committed.
For even more information on the Shaw Garden Tour, visit www.shawfest.com/garden tour. In Niagara on the Lake, for The Source, I'm Melissa Andrade.